Stop long distance farming. It doesn't work. If there's someone there who has tried to use his phone to monitor his farm and to follow up on the farm, you've realized it doesn't work. If you watch this video to the end, you'll understand why, from experience, this thing is a failure. Welcome to GrowTech. This is the place where masters gather to transform the ordinary into masterpieces. Today we talk about the roles of the farm manager that makes it impossible for you to manage your farm remotely. The first reason why you cannot run your farm from a distance using your phone is because the farm is not a side hustle. Farming is a real hustle that requires your attention, requires your time, and requires your full presence to operate, especially during the early stages of this enterprise. If you're going to use your phone and send money to your relatives, your friends, and wherever you think that is there at home to carry out for you these farming activities, these people are going to eat your money. They are going to eat all your money. You are going to cry after that. Because as a farmer, one of the responsibilities that a farmer has is to play the farm management role fully. One of the farm management roles of a farm owner is developing the long-term goals and the short-term goals. The reason why most of the people who try to farm remotely fail is because first they've tried their own lives. They have set short-term goals and long-term goals of their own life, and it has worked. They therefore have confidence that if they set goals for their farm, it is going to work as their life. But you realize that your own life, you live it, you are present, you experience it, you make adjustments, and therefore it succeeds. But when it comes to farming, if you're going to be absent and you're going to ask for someone else's opinion to evaluate for you and to tell you when the farm is successful, when things are working and when they're not working, they are not going to tell you the truth, because the person that owns the vision for the farm is you. The other person is an employee, and just like in any institution, employees have only one target: to get their pay and share and to live. You own and they owe the long vision of the farm and the short vision of this farm. And therefore, if you're going to call your father and tell them, how have you planted that 10 acres of maize? How are they doing? Yes, they may assist you to have some crops, but they are not going to take you to where you want it to go. I'm not saying these people are bad, but I'm saying that the person that owns the vision of the farm is the farmer and is the farm manager. The farm manager needs to take full responsibility of the farm when the farm starts. These crops respond to the touches of the owner. They know that whoever is handling them is the owner. Someone will ask me, how do I know? It is because when you are there, you will see things that have not been done. You will make instructions that will help to solve the problems that hinder the care of the crop. This single crop has a single and particular care that it needs. The person that understands the pain of this crop is not that person that you're giving your money to manage it, but you, the owner, who spend money to buy the cuttings, to bring them here and to put them in this farm. It is therefore necessary that if you own a farm somewhere and want to plant, ensure that you are there for as many times as you can. Ensure that your eyes are closed to those crops. If there are animals, if there are goats, if there are sheep, ensure that you are there to monitor all these processes. If everything goes well, if the person that you've put in that farm to run everything is faithful, and if things goes towards harvesting time, then the good observation that you've done, the recommendations that you've given, and the success you've had until that time would flop towards the end when now you've harvested. I want to use an example of maize, for instance. If, for instance, you've harvested 100 bags of maize, there's a lot of work that needs to be done at that time. And if there's a lot of work that needs to be done at that time, the other person may have other interests. Maybe his own family, maybe his own other things that may need attention at that time. All the harvest has been done, everything is successful, but a small mistake during that time, when you are absent at that time, and you cannot sacrifice any other thing but to ensure that the success of your farm goes, may be missed at this time. I therefore urge everyone that wants to start farming, that if you want to start farming, bring it closer to you. But if it's not going to be closer to you, use professionals. Long distance farming does not work because we don't want to use professionals. We want to use shortcuts that are going to be cheap. We want to look for a relative that you're not going to pay money to take care of your properties in the farm, to ensure that the goats are fine. You want it to be cheap, and the reason why you make it to be cheap is the reason why they don't work. I say that as long as we are not going to get professionals to assist us with the farming, we are not going to have a successful farming. If you are going to depend on, hello, how are things happening there at the farm? Your presence is needed. Another reason is taking full responsibility for whatever happens in the farm. When you are in a position to take full responsibility, therefore you can prevent some of the disasters and some of the losses that occur in the farm. That other person has no feeling, does not have the attachment that you have with the money you've invested. And therefore, if things are going south, the only option they have is to quit. But what does quitting means to you? You, the investor, it means losing money, losing time, and losing hope to ever farm again. We have great people who have money to farm, but they lost hope. They have gone and they've never farmed again, not because they never wanted, but because in the early stages of farming, they relied on mobile. It needs your presence, and if it's not going to be your presence, you need professionals around to help run the farm. People who will tell you the truth, people who will tell you the way they are, and when they tell you the way they are, you take action that is appropriate. That is where mobile farming can work. But is it, as I know it right now, if your vision today was to start farming you're going to do it remotely, thank you for viewing this video, because you have to think twice. Otherwise, you'll wait or comment 10 years later in this video and tell me it didn't work. But I want to tell you, if you're going to do farming remotely, then you have to have a professional on the ground. It's going to be expensive because that person is not going to be cheap as your relative. Our relatives are cheap, our friends are cheap. But unless it is professional, let us not do mobile farming. In the next segment, I shall talk about what you can do if you are far in another country or you are far from your home but you want to farm. What can you do to be successful while still using mobile phones? Until that time, if you've not subscribed and you've watched this video until that time, why don't you subscribe and comment? Because I know I've said something that you may want to comment about. And I'll see you in the next segment. Have a good day and take care of yourself.